my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe Math TikTok PH. Thank you so much!
Hello students! Happy learning! So ngayong araw po na ito ay magkakaroon tayo ng first term examination review. Okay, so include step-by-step solutions and detailed explanation sa bawat item. So ano po yung nakapaloob sa ating review? So the coverage of first term exam in mathematics, para po ito sa grade 7 for school year 2026-2027. We have the learning competencies and the list mastered skills. Andyan po yung angles and polygons concept. Next, percentage increase, decrease, and discounts. Next, rate, speed, distance, and time. We also have rational numbers. Andyan po yung conversion. Okay. Number 5, operations on decimals and fractions. And last one, we have the roots and irrational numbers. Yan po yung kailangan ma-recall or ma-review natin. Okay, so before we start, the direction of this is a multiple choice. Choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. May I request everyone to get a piece of paper or a scratch paper, tapos mag-solve po tayo para makasabay kayo ngayon sa ating pagre-review. Are you ready, grade 7? Okay, let's start. Question 1. A teacher asks students to represent negative 1.25 using a number line. Which representation is correct? Okay? That is letter, very good. Letter B. Bakit siya letter B? Okay, because negative numbers are located on the left. Di ba? Makikita sa left of 0 on the number line. Negative 1.25 has an absolute value greater than 1 but less than 2. Since nasa negative tayo, kaya nga, it is located exactly between negative 1 and negative 2. It means, closer po siya sa negative 1. Remember, kapag nasa negative tayo, kung sino mas malapit sa 0, yun yung mas malaki po yung value niya. Okay, next question number 2. Yuki is a runner who completed 3.75 km in the morning and 2.5 km in the afternoon. How far did he travel in total? Okay, let's start. Your answer is very good. Letter C. Bakit? Kasi po, to find the total distance, we add the morning and afternoon distances. So we have to add 3.75 km plus 2.5 km is equal to 6.25. So, ang kailangan nyo lang i-align yung decimal points when adding para hindi kayo magkakamali doon. So, kaya letter C po ang sagot. Next, question 3. RV has a budget of 500 pesos. He spent 125.75 pesos on food and 87.50 pesos on supplies. How much money remains? Ilan ngayon yung natira kung nakagastos siya ng 125 tsaka 0.75 and 87.5? Okay, so the answer is letter, very good, letter A. Bakit po letter A? Step 1, balikan natin yung ating naituro. Calculate total expenses. I-add mo muna yung dalawang expenses which is total of 213.25 pesos. Tsaka mo yung isubtract doon sa 500 pesos. Kaya the remaining is 286.75. Kailangan lang i-align mo yung decimal point. Careful when you subtract. Okay, question 4. John has a container that holds 15.5 liters of juice. After serving drinks, only 8.75 liters remain. Ilan na lang kaya yung natira? How much juice was consumed? Okay, so your answer is letter D. Very good. So, because to find the consumed juice, subtract the remaining juice from the initial value. So, isusubtract mo lang yung 8.75 doon sa 15.5 liters. So, we have to align the decimal point when you subtract. Kaya, ang answer po natin is letter D, 6.75 liters yung na-consume niya. Okay, next question 5. A teacher Hazel asks Juan and Lisa to solve 8.5 minus 3.75. Which student solution is correct? Sino sa kanila kaya yung tama ang pagka-solve? So, your answer is letter A. 1 is correct because decimal aligns. Kailangan naka-align po siya. Yan lang po yung ating computation doon. Okay, 1's calculation is correct because Lisa is incorrect. She likely forgot to borrow correctly. Pag mali kasi ang alignment mo, kapag nag-add or subtract ka, mali na po yung ayong sagot. And therefore, yung borrow, nakalimutan ni once. Next, question 6. Sophia bought 4 notebooks. Each notebook costs 18 pesos and 50 centavos. What is the total cost? Okay, so take note of the word. What is the total cost? Letter B, 74 pesos because to find the total cost, yun yung keyword natin, i-multiply mo. Multiply the quantity by the cost per notebook. Kaya nga, 4 times 18.5 pesos, that will be 74 pesos. Okay, number 7 question. Jason has a 12.5 meter rope that is cut equally, the word equally, division yon, into 5 pieces. How long is each piece? The answer is letter C because to find the length of each piece, divide the total length by the number of pieces. Kaya nga 12.5 meters divided by 5 equals 2.5. Okay, check natin, di ba? So remember the division, i-move mo yung decimal point. Okay, to right. And add 0. Yun yung long division. Okay, question number 8. Laura's recipe requires 0.75 kilogram of flour for 1 batch. Which operation will determine the amount of flour needed for 6 batches? So, ano kaya yung operation? Okay, the answer is letter A. Nag-multiply siya, 0.75 times 6. Because when finding the total multiple equal groups, multiplication is the correct operation. Kaya 1 batch is equal to 0.75. Since binanggit po may 6 batch, kaya mamultiply mo siya. Kaya the answer is letter A. Question 9. Kevin calculates 4.8 divided by 2 and obtains an answer of 2.4. Is Kevin's solution correct? Tama ba siya? Your answer is letter A. Yes, Kevin is correct because division separates the quantity equally. Okay. Remember, dividing 4.8 by 2 yields exactly 2.4. Division divides quantity into equal parts. 4.8 is split into 2 equal parts. Kaya nga, that is letter A, 2.4. Tama yung sagot niya. Question 10. Catriona walks 3/4 kilometer in the morning and 1/4 kilometer in the afternoon. How far did Catriona walk in total? Your answer is letter C. Bakit po letter C? 1 kilometer kasi babalikan natin yung operation ng fraction. To find the total distance, add the two fractions. Since mapansin natin, di ba, similar fraction sila. Similar meaning, same po ang denominator. All you have to do is i-add natin yung numerators. Kaya nga that is 3 plus 1, 4 over 4 is equal to 1 kilometer. Okay, question 11. During a math program, 3/8 of the students participated on the first week and 1/4 participated on the second week. What fraction of students participated during the 2 weeks? Your answer is letter B, 5/8. Bakit po siya 5/8? Because when you add fractions, di ba, i-observe nyo, dissimilar sila. Dissimilar meaning different denominators. All you have to do is find the LCD of 8 and 4. The answer is 8. Kaya nga, gagawin mo siyang equivalent fraction. From 3 over 8 plus 1/4, magiging 3/8 plus 2/8 na siya. Then, since similar na sila, i-add mo na lang yung numerators. Kaya 3 plus 2 over 8, that is 5 over 8. That's why letter B is the correct answer. Question 12. Mang Pedro harvested 5 2/3 kilogram of tilapia in the morning and 2 5/6 kilogram in the afternoon. If he sold 7 kilogram, how many kilograms of fish were left? Ilang kayo natira doon? Your answer is letter A. 1 1/2. Bakit po siya 1 1/2? Remember, so step 1, add morning and afternoon harvest. Kaya nga, since mixed fraction sila, i-convert mo into this improper. Ibig sabihin na improper fraction, mas mataas, mas malaki yung nasa numerator mo. Kaya nga, 5 2/3, yun yung equivalent niya is 17 over 3. Paano nag-convert? 3 times 5, 15 yun. Plus 2, 17. Copy mo yung 3 na denominator. Kaya 17 over 3. Same with 2 times 6, 12 plus 5, 17 over 6. Since naka-improper fraction na sila, find the LCD of 3 and 6. The LCD is 6. Kaya nga, i-convert mo siya into equivalent fraction. Kaya nga, 34/6 plus 17/6. Yan po yung equivalent fraction nila. Since similar na sila, add mo yung 34 plus 17, we have 51/6. Or kapag ginawa mong mixed fraction, 8 and 1/2 kilogram. Then, isusubtract mo ngayon yung 8 and 1/2 kilogram. Yung 8 and 1/2, babawasan mo ng 7 kasi yun yung tanong doon. If he sold 7 kilogram. Kaya nga, ang nat-iwan na lang dyan ay 1 and 1/2 kilogram left. Okay, question 13. Carlos solves 4/6 minus 2/6 is equal to 2/4. Is Carlos' solution correct? Let's check. Your answer is letter D. No, Carlos is incorrect because the denominator should remain 6, giving 2/6 or 1/3. Okay, bakit siya mali? Ito po yung explanation. In a fraction, subtraction with similar denominator, ang gagawin mo lang doon, i-copy mo yung denominator, tsaka i-subtract mo yung numerators. Then, the denominators remain unchanged. Huwag mo papalitan yung denominator. Since doon sa solve ni Carlos sa problem, pinalitan niya, naging 4. Mali na yon. Okay. Carlos incorrectly subtracted the denominator. 6 minus 6 equals 4, which is also arithmetically wrong. Kaya mali po yung kanyang solution. Careful of that. Question 14. Prince has a rectangular garden that uses 2/3 of a hectare of vegetables. 1/2 of that area is planted with tomatoes. How much land is planted with tomatoes? The answer is letter A, 1/3 na lang siya. Bakit siya 1/3? Because to find a fraction of another fraction, i-multiply mo lang siya. Remember the word 1/2 of 2/3. The word of, ang operation po na yun is multiplication. Kaya 1/2 times 2/3. Then, yung rule natin sa operation or multiplication of fraction, i-multiply mo yung both numerators, 1 times 2, tsaka yung denominators, 2 times 3. That is 2/6. Since pwede pa siyang i-lowest term, divisible by 2. Kaya 2 divided by 2, 1. 6 divided by 2, 3. Kaya nga, 1/3 hectare po yung sagot. Question 15. Roberta has 3/4 of milk. She divides it equally into 2 containers. How much milk will each container have? The answer is letter C, 3/8 cup. Bakit kaya? Ito po yung explanation. To divide the fraction by a whole number, multiply the fraction by the reciprocal of the whole number. Pag sinabi natin na reciprocal, di ba? Yung numerator, ipapalit mo dun sa denominator. Tsaka yung denominator, itaras mo. Kaya nga, 3/4 divided by 2, kapag whole number, ang kanyang denominator is 1. Kaya nga, 3/4 divided by 2/1. Tapos, i-flip over mo. Yun yung reciprocal. Multiply mo. Copy mo lang yung first number, 3/4 times 1/2. Yung 1/2 po na yan, yung reciprocal ni 2/1 or 2. Then, multiply mo yung both numerators, 3 times 1, and both denominators, 4 times 2. Therefore, the answer is 3/8 cup. Number 16, question. David divides, or nag-solve siya, no? 2/3 divided by 1/4, ito yung solution niya. 2/3 times 1/4 equals 2/12. Is David's solution correct? Okay, your answer is letter D, correct. No, David is incorrect because dividing a fraction means multiplying its reciprocal. So, ito po yung explanation. To divide a fraction multiplied by its reciprocal, sabihin na reciprocal, i-invert the divisor. Yun yung second number. Babalik ta rin mo yung nila. Numerator, ibababa mo. Yung denominator, tataas mo. Kaya nga, 2/3 divided by 1/4, yung magiging multiplication na siya kapag i-reciprocal mo yung second number. Kaya nga, 2/3 times 4/1, then multiply the both numerators. 2 times 4, 8. 3 times 1, 3. And since yan ay improper, ibig sabihin yan, pwede mo siyang i-convert into mixed fraction. Ibig sabihin na improper, mas mataas yung nasa taas. Kaya nga, 8/3 equals to 2 and 2/3. David incorrectly multiplied the numerators and denominators directly without inverting. Yun yung mali niya doon sa solution niya sa problem. Okay, question 17. Manilyn has a ribbon measuring 3/4 meter. She divides it into equal pieces of 1/4. meter each. How many pieces will she have? Okay, your answer is letter B, 3. Bakit po 3? Ito po yung explanation. Divide total length by each piece length. Okay, so i-recall natin yung rule doon. 3/4 divided by 1/4. I-multiply natin yung reciprocal ni 1/4 doon sa 3/4. Kaya 3/4 times 4/1, i-multiply mo yung both numerators. 3 times 4, 12. 4 times 1, 4. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. Whole number po siya. Kaya 3 pieces yung sagot. Question 18. Jared is solving a math challenge. He needs to find the number that is equal to square root of 81. Which number should he choose? Ibig sabihin, ano yung number na pag minultiply mo sa sarili niya? 81. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng square root of 81. The answer is letter C, 9. Okay, explanation. A square root of a number is a value that when multiplied by itself gives the original number. Ibig sabihin nito, since 9 times 9, 81, the square root of 81 is exactly 9. Kaya yung original babalik doon sa kung ano yung number na minultiply mo. The expression square root of 81 is equal to 9. Question 19. Jolena is designing a square garden for a school project. She needs to identify the perfect square number whose square root is 13. So which number should she choose? Ano kaya yung number na yon na pag minultiply yung 13 sa sarili niya, yun yung perfect square na tinatawag. Ano kaya yon? That is letter B, 169. Bakit siya 169? We need to find the square of 13. Ibig sabihin ng 13, multiply mo yung 13 sa sarili niya. 13 times 13 is equal to 13 square. Calculation, that is 13 times 13, 169. Therefore, 169 is a perfect square, which is, the square root is 13. Question 20. Laura needs to find a number that is equal to cube root. Pag sinabing cube root, yung index niya yung 3. Cube root of 125. Which number should she choose? Ano kaya yung number? Pag binultiply mo sa sarili niya ng 3 beses, yun po yung 125. The answer is letter D, 5. Because a cube root is a number when multiplied by itself 3 times equals the original number. Kaya nga 5 times 5, 25 yun. Times 5 ulit, 125. Kaya the cube root of 125 is 5. Kailangan i-memorize yung mga perfect square tsaka yung perfect cubes together with the square root and cube root. Question 21. Alex is creating a cube-shaped gift box for a school project. The box has a volume of 27 cubic centimeters. What is the length of one edge of the cube? Ibig sabihin nito, ano yung number na yon na edge na yung tinutukoy na pag minultiply mo sa sarili niya, 27. Yung 27 na yan, tinatawag volume capacity ng container. Okay, the answer is letter B, 3 cm because the volume of a cube is calculated using the formula. Volume is equals to S cube. Ibig sabihin niyan, yung side na yan, i-multiply mo ng 3 times by itself. To find S, we take the cube root of the volume of 127. So we have 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. So the edge length is 3 cm. Question 22. Charles needs to identify which number is irrational. Which of the following should he choose? Ano kaya yung irrational na yan? Okay, tandaan natin yung definition ng rational, di ba? Pag alam natin yon, we can identify. So the answer is letter C. Square root of 7 because rational numbers can be written as a fraction in the form of A over B, where A and B are both integers. Irrational numbers cannot. Ibig sabihin nito, yung irrational hindi siya pwede i-convert into fraction form. Take note, square root of 4, 2 yon. Whole number yan, kaya rational. 0.75, syempre decimal na po yan. Okay? Pwede siya i-convert into percent and fraction. Kaya rational din po siya. And that is the terminating decimal. Yung 6 naman, obviously that is a whole number. Rational siya. Square root of 7 is irrational because 7 is not a perfect square. So, yan lang po ang tandaan natin. Ibig sabihin nito, yung decimal form niyan cannot be written in the fraction form. Question 23. Why is square root of 5 considered irrational? Okay, your answer is letter C. Its decimal expansion does not terminate or repeat. Okay, yan yung explanation kanina doon sa question 22. Because by definition, an irrational number is a decimal representation that goes on forever. Non-terminating. Hindi siya natatapos. Hindi siya nauulit. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng irrational number. Example natin, square root of 5. The approximate value is 2.23606797. Infinite yung dot na yan, which never terminates or repeats. And also, that is not a perfect square. Okay, question 24. Shaira is studying irrational numbers and needs to determine the two consecutive integers between which square root of 10 is located. Which statement is correct? Ibig sabihin nito, pag kinuha kayo yung square root of 10, saang magkasunod na integers makikita yan? Okay, so the answer is the letter B. Square root of 10 is located between 3 and 4 because to find the closest perfect square around 10, diba, yung 10, not perfect square. Kaya nga, kukuha ka ng dalawang nasa left niya at saka right niya. Kaya nga, 10 is less than 16. Yun yung mag-isip ka ng perfect square na mas mataas sa 10. 16 yun. Mas mag-isip ka naman ng mas mababa sa 10 na kung saan perfect square. Kaya 9. Take the square root of all parts. Kaya nga, yung square root of 9 is 3. Since yung square root ni 10, irrational yan, kaya copy mo lang siya. And therefore, square root of 16 is 4. Ibig sabihin nito, square root of 10 lies or located between 3 and 4. Okay, question 25. Marion will plot square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5, and 3 over 8 on a number line. What should he do first? Ano yung kailangan niya gawin kapag nagpa-plot? The answer is the letter A. Siyempre, i-estimate mo muna yung value and plot its location on the number line. Okay, because to plot values on a number line, we must know their approximate values. Tsaka mo siya ipa-plot doon. Okay? To place them accurately relative to integers on a number line. Okay, question 26. During a geometry activity, Anna draws to the intersecting lines. One of the angles formed measures 68 degrees. She observes that the angle opposite it has the same value or measure. What mathematical concept explains Anna's observation? Your answer is letter correct, boy. B. Vertical angles have equal measures. Kasi di ba, when two lines intersect, they form opposite angles. Ang tawag doon, vertical angles. Vertical angles, alam natin na always congruent. Ibig sabihin ng congruent, equal in measure. Therefore, the opposite angle must also 68 degrees. Kaya letter B ang sagot. Vertical angles have equal measures. Question 27. Marina explains that two angles measuring 95 degrees and 85 degrees form a supplementary pair. Which statement best supports Marina's explanation? So the answer is letter D. The sum of their measures is 180 degrees. Because supplementary angles are defined as a pair of angles whose measure sums to exactly 180 degrees. So itas natin kung tama yung statement ni Marina, no? 95 degrees plus 85 degrees equals to 180. Hence, they are supplementary, kaya letter D po ang sagot. Question 28. Kiro is solving a problem involving supplementary angles. If one angle measures 68 degrees, what is the measure of the other angle? The answer is letter A, 112 degrees. Because let the unknown angle be X. So, ipagpalagay natin yung hindi natin alam, sa si X. Since they are supplementary, their sum is 180. Kaya nga, kapag nag-add ka sa 68 degrees, yung nasa given, sa unknown, yun yung X equals 180. Ang gagawin mo dyan, yung given na 68 degrees, isubtract mo lang siya dun sa 180 kasi nga supplementary sila. Kaya nga, the answer is letter A, 112 degrees. Question 29. Dina is studying angle relationships. Which statement best describes a linear pair? Pag sinabing linear pair, nag-form sila ng straight line. The answer is letter B. Two angles add up to 180 and form a line. Bakit? A linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides form opposite rays. Yun yung tinatawag na straight line. Because they form a line, they are supplementary and measures add up to 180. Kaya letter B ang sagot. Question 30. A road intersection forms two supplementary angles. The larger angle is 40 degrees more than the smaller angle. What are the measures of the two angles? Ibig sabihin nito, may dalawang angles ka. Yung isang angle, may mas mataas siya ng 40 degrees. Ano kaya yung dalawang angles na yon? So the answer is letter C, 70 and 110 degrees. Because let smaller angle be X. Yun yung smaller mo. Larger angle, X plus 40 kasi sabi doon, mas mataas siya ng 40. Kaya ipa-plus mo yung X sa 40. Since they are supplementary, X plus the quantity X plus 40 equals 180. And you are going to add X plus X to X plus 40. Then, yung 40 subtract mo sa 180. Tsaka mo siya i-divide. Kaya nga, that is 180 minus 40. 140 na lang yon. 140 divided by 2, kaya 70 degrees. Yun yung X mo. Yung X na yan yung smaller angle, 70 degrees. Since yung larger ng angle, mas mataas siya ng 40, i-plus mo lang yung 40 dun sa 70. Kaya nga, there are two angles measures, 70 degrees, smaller, tsaka yung larger, 110 degrees. Letter C ang sagot. Question 31. Rafael says 70 degrees and 110 degrees cannot form a linear pair because they are not equal. Tama ba yung kanyang statement? Is he correct? Your answer is letter C. No, because their sum is 180 degrees. Ito po yung explanation. A linear pair must be supplementary. Ibig sabihin yan, sum is 180. I-test natin. 70 degrees plus 110 degrees, 180 degrees. So, therefore, linear paired angles do not have to be equal to form a line. They only needs to be adjacent and supplementary. Kaya nga, is it correct? No. Letter C ang sagot. 32. Question. An architect designs a regular polygon whose interior angle sum is 900 degrees. How many sides does a polygon have? Okay, the answer is letters B, 7. Ito po yung reason. Explanation. Formula for the sum of the interior angles, i-recall natin, di ba? Quantity n minus 2, where n is the number of sides. Since hindi mo alam yung number of sides, so we have to use the formula. N minus 2 times 180, where n is the number of sides. Since given na yung sum of the interior angles na 900, i-substitute mo lang siya doon sa given. Kaya nga, that is n minus 2 times 180 equals 900. Then, since para matanggal po yung 180 degrees na yan, i-divide mo. Kaya 900 divided by 180, 5 yun. Since pabalik na tayo pa reverse process, no, yung 5 na yon i-plus mo dun sa 2. I-transpose mo kasi yan sa equation. Yung negative 2 will be transpose on the other side. Kaya nga 5 plus 2, 7. Since may 7 sides, ang tawag dyan is heptagon. Letter B ang sagot. Question 33. Maria creates a signboard with a polygon that has 10 sides. What is the name of the polygon? Okay, i-recall lang natin to. That is letter D, decagon. Decagon, deca means 10. Okay, number of sides define the name of the polygon. Pag 5 sides, pentagon yon. 6 sides, hexagon. 8 sides, octagon. And 10 sides, decagon. Letter D ang sagot. 34. A regular polygon has an interior angles measuring 60 degrees each. How many sides does it have and what is the name of the polygon? The answer is letter H. 3 sides. Triangle yon. Because exterior angle equals to 180 minus interior angle. Yun yung formula natin. Since given na yung 60 degrees each, yun yung interior mo. I-subtract mo lang siya doon sa 180. Bakit? Kasi nga ang relationship po ng interior tsaka exterior ng polygon, they are supplementary. Kaya nga, sinubtract natin. And that is 120 degrees. Para naman makuha yung number of sides, di ba ang sum of the exterior angle of polygon is always 360. Kaya nga, i-divide mo siya by the given exterior. Okay? Kaya 360 divided by 120, saan nanggaling 120? Yun po yung nakuha mo doon sa 180 minus 60. Yun yung exterior. Kaya nga 3 sides. A three-sided regular polygon is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral means all sides and angles are congruent. Question 35. Johan wants to create a regular polygon with exterior angles measuring 120 degrees each for a decorative pattern. Which polygon should he use? The answer is letter C, triangle. Because the number of sides in a regular polygon is, ito yun, 360 over or divided by exterior angle. So, ang gawin lang natin dyan, i-divide mo siya. Okay, 360 divided by 120, katulad siya kanina sa 34 question or item 34. That is 3 sides. Therefore, a regular polygon with 3 sides is an equilateral triangle. Question 36. The school bag originally cost 850 pesos. During the school opening sale, the price increased 12% due to higher material costs. What is the new price? So the answer is letter B, 952 pesos. Because, so step 1, calculate the price increase. 12% of 850, convert mo yung 12% sa decimal, kaya 0.12. Times 850 pesos, 102. Then, yung 182 na yan, i-plus mo siya doon sa 850. Kaya that is now the new price. 950, letter B. 952. Question 37. Berta buys a laptop worth 25,000. The price increases by 8%. Which computation or anong operation ang kailangan niya ipakita for the price increase? The answer is letter A. 25,000 times 0.08. Yun yung 8%. So, because to find the percentage on a number, convert the percentage to a decimal and multiply. Kaya nga, kinonvert muna. 8%, move mula yung decimal going to right, 2 step, then remove the percent. Kaya 0.08. Tsaka may multiply. Yun po yung operation or computation na kailangan niya ipakita. Letter A, ang sagot. Question 38. Mang Jose bought a school uniform for 350 pesos. After a discount, the price is 280 pesos. Ibig sabihin, bumaba na siya. What is the percentage? Decrease. So the answer is letter C. 20% po yung binaba. Okay, because for step 1, find the amount of decrease. Subtract mo muna 350 minus 280. That is 70 pesos. Yun po yung amount na binaba. And then, to find the percentage decrease, yung 70 pesos na yun, i-divide mo by the 350 pesos. Yun yung original price. Yung sagot doon, 0.2. Tsaka mo siya i-multiply by 100 or 100%. Kaya that is 20%. Question 39. Anna's allowance changes from 160 to 200 pesos. Which conclusion is correct? Alin kaya dyan? Letter B. The allowance increased by 25% because find the amount of the increase. Una, subtract mo 200 minus 160. And then that is the price increase, yung tinaas ng presyo, 40 pesos. Yung 40 pesos na yan, i-divide mo by 160. Yun yung percentage increase. Yung sagot doon, i-multiply mo by 100. Kaya 0.25 times 100 equals 25%. That is letter B. Question 40. He pays 35. A store advertises buy a jacket and save 35%. Carlos sees the jacket with the discount. What does it mean? Ano ibig sabihin niya pag nabasa niya to? Okay, the answer is letter C. He pays 35% less than the original price. Because save 35%, ibig sabihin niyan, a discount of 35 pesos off the original price. Babawasan siya ng 35%. Discount means deduction. So he pays 35% less than the original. Kaya nga 100% minus 35% equals to 65% na lang yung kanyang of the original price. Babayaran niya. Okay, question 41. Marla compares two stores selling the same smartphone. Which stores has the lower price? Store A, 15,000 with 20% discount. Store B, 12,500 without discount. Alin kaya dyan yung may lower price? The answer is letter A. Store A, 12,000 because una, calculate mo store price after 20% discount. So discount natin, di ba? 15,000 times 0.20, yun yung 20%. 3,000 yon. Final price, 15,000 minus 3,000, 12,000. Store B naman, titignan natin sa given, 12,500. No discount yon. Kung papansinin mo, si 12,000, yun yung store A ay mas mababa. Kaya nga, the answer is letter A. Store A is cheaper price at 12,000 pesos. Question 42. The first bus travels 360 kilometers in 6 hours. The second bus travels 400 kilometers in 8 hours. Which bus has the faster average speed? So the answer is letter B. First bus because it travels 60 kilometers per hour. Ito po yung explanation. Una, kailangan ma-recall mo yung speed equals to distance divided by time. So, i-compute natin yung bus 1, 360 km divided by 6 based on the given problem equals 60 km per hour. Bus 2 naman, meron siyang speed na 400 km divided by 8 is 50 km. Kung papansinin natin, 60 km is faster than 50 km. So, the answer is the first bus is faster. Letter B. Question 43. Maria uses the formula speed equals distance divided by time to solve a problem. What does this formula help her find? Okay, paano siya matutulungan? Ito po yon. The answer is letter C. The speed of an object over distance. Ito po yung sagot. Because the formula divides the distance by time, which outputs speed rate of travel. So it represents the distance covered per unit of time. Example, kilometers per hour. Kaya ang sagot is letter C. Question 44. Brother Ben writes square root of 2 as the measurement of a ribbon. What type of number is square root of 2? Okay, the answer is letter B, irrational number. Okay, so because square root of 2 cannot be expressed as a fraction A over B, where A and B are integers. Kaya ma-recall po natin yung definition ng irrational numbers. Its decimal values is square root of 2, 1 point, approximate to up 1.41, 42, 13, 56, ... Ibig sabihin, non-terminate, non-repeating, which goes on forever without repeating. Therefore, irrational number siya. Letter B. Question 45. Brian changes a fraction 3/4 into decimal form. Which explanation is correct? So the answer is letter A. Divide 3 by 4 to get 0.75. Remember the conversion. Okay, so to convert any fraction to a decimal, divide its numerator, yun yung 3, by its denominator 4. So 3 divided by 4 equals 0.75. If you do the long division, that is letter A. Question 46. Aling Marites recorded the following values, 0.25, 25%, and 1/4. Ano po yung napapansin natin sa given numbers? Which conclusion is correct? So the answer is letter D. They are the same rational number. So, convert natin to all decimal form para makita natin kung pare-parehas ba sila. Kaya 0.25, no need kasi it's already in decimal form. Yung 24% naman na yan, i-move mo yung percent sa left, 2 step. Kaya 0.25 or that is the 25 over 100 sa fraction. Pares pa rin siya sa 0.25. And also yung 1/4 na yan, if you do the long division, 1 divided by 4, that is 0.25. So since observe natin, they all represent the same value, which is rational because it can be written as A over B or 1 over 4 fraction. Letter D ang sagot. Question 47. A class survey shows that 0.60 of the learners prefer reading books. Which representation shows the same value? Ano po yung equivalent niya pag ginawa mong percent? 0.60 is letter C, 60%. Because to convert a decimal to percentage, multiply by 100 and i-attach mo or add lang yung percent sa dulo. All we have to do is 0.60 times 160%. Or pwede siyang 60% equals 60 over 100 or that is 0.60. Letter C. Question 48. Diwata is arranging the following rational numbers from least to greatest. Ibig sabihin niyan, ascending order. Negative 1 half, 0.25, negative 0.75, and 3/4. Which arrangement is correct? The answer is letter A. Bakit po letter A? Ito po yung explanation. To convert all numbers to decimal, to compare, gawin natin silang decimal. Tapos pag nakita natin dyan, i-order natin from least to greatest. So remember, pag negative, pag mas malayo sa 0, mas maliit yung value. Kaya nga the answer is negative 0.75 is less than siya kay negative 0.5. And also less than 0.25. Also less than siya kay 0.75. And therefore, the final answer is letter A. Question 49. Emma places negative 2.5 on the right side of 0 on a number line. So how should Emma correct the placement? So the answer is letter D. Move it to the left of 0 since it is negative. Since ang problem, di ba, sabi niya doon, yung negative 2.5, nilagay niya doon sa right of 0 on a number line. Doon palang mali na siya. Kaya nga dapat, ang gagawin niya, move it to the left of 0 since it is negative. Yan po yung explanation natin doon. So negative 2.5 is negative, so Emma should move it to the left side of 0. Question 50. Marvin plots 3/4 on a number line. Which description is correct? That is letter A. 3/4 is located between 0 and 1, which is closer to 1. Kasi positive siya. And that is explanation. Gawin mo muna siyang decimal. 3 over 4 or 3/4 equals 0.75 in decimal. Tsaka mo tignan, positive ba siya? Yes. Kaya nasa right side of 0. And then, since 0.75 is between 0 and 1, so that is 0.75 is greater than 0.5, which is closer to 1. So with that, that is the 1 to 50 items test review for the upcoming first term exam. So, study tips for Math 7. Mag-practice or practice calculation step by step to avoid simple arithmetic errors. Memorize key formulas, example, speed, distance divided by time, sum of interior angles, and quantity n minus 2 times 180. Understand definition of geometric terms, linear pairs, supplementary angles, vertical angles, and check word problems carefully, especially sa fractions, to identify correct mathematical operations, multiplication, division, percentage, and discount. With that, I hope you learned something for this review.